Welcome to Cruise Control with Midday Daniel on Africa Tech Radio. Today I'll be talking to Anu Obe, the founder of To All My Black Girls. Anu is passionate about meeting the needs of black women and armed with a degree in business management. She has transformed her childhood inspiration into a thriving venture, and she's on a mission to empower black women with high-quality curly hair extensions. Hello, Anu. Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So I looked through your page and I must say you're doing such an amazing thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you mentioned that you were inspired by childhood events. What happened?
So, when I was 8, I was basically taken to the barbers and I used to have my hair cut to level 1, pretty much the same cut as my little brother because my mum just didn't know what to do with my hair. She didn't know how to manage it. There wasn't education around then on how to look after natural hair. And it just seemed like the easiest option for my mum. But growing up in a white community and having to embrace that shortness was very terrifying for an 8-year-old. You know, I got bullied for it. I was ashamed. I didn't feel confident. It took away from my identity and my self-worth. And effectively, that was one of the inspirations behind me starting my business To All My Black Girls. So I wanted to create a brand where we can embrace this hair, not get rid of it because we don't know how to look after it. And luckily, there has been a major transformation with natural hair over the last decade. And my brand has been instrumental in making that change. And so, yeah, that was one of my traumatic moments of childhood with having my hair chopped to a level 1. And I guess I had many other moments as well when I would have to gone to bad hairstylists who ruined my hair, damaged my hair, just didn't know what to do with it, didn't know how to manage it. There's still a lot of lack of education around natural hair. So I had a little bit of self-hate. I think a lot of black women can relate to having that self-hate for themselves and not actually liking their natural hair. So my brand is implemented and came about in order to help eradicate that. So yeah.
Was it when you were a child that you decided that, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to start dealing with hair? Or was there a transformative moment when you decided that, okay, this is time for me to start this?
I think when I decided to start my business is based on my experiences growing up. So my experiences contributed towards the reason for me starting my business effectively. And when I was about, 20? That's when I decided, or 19, 20, that's when I decided that I wanted to get rid of my relaxed hair and go completely natural. And I think through that journey of going natural, that inspired me to want to create natural hair extensions to help support my natural hair journey. A lot of us, I did the big chop. They do the big chop, which is considered cutting off all your straight hair and completely having relaxed hair. Cutting up all your straight hair and completely being natural, which is something that I did. But when you do that, it's a big deal because now you've got 1 inch of natural hair. You're not exactly confident. You don't know what to do with it. And so at the time, I was actually going through that journey and then wanted to discover something that would help support the new look I had. And so, yeah.
How old were you when you started the business?
I was 19.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah.
So I also noticed that you said you started your business without funding or sugar daddies. I'm curious, why specify no sugar daddies?
It was just funny. I just think that oftentimes people who have gotten to the success that I've gotten to often require help externally. And luckily, I didn't require that. Luckily, I was able to do this all by myself, raise my funds, and just implement it by myself. So when I was in college, because I was 19, I had the idea, and actually I used my student loan to help with the implementation of the business. And other than having a friend who helped me as well, who gave me some funds at the very beginning stages of my business, I didn't have anyone else to help me, and I just did it by myself. So yeah, something to be proud of.
That's very inspiring. So is this the only business you've ventured into, a hair business?
At the moment, yes. But deep down in my core, I am an entrepreneur. So I will always be in business, and I know many more ventures are on their way. And I've got lots and lots and lots of things and planned for to all my black girls beyond hair extensions, as it is a brand for black women. So there will be more products and services and, inventions for us black women.
Looking back, is there anything that you could have done differently?
Ooh, in the course of me running the business? Oh, that's a good question. I feel that anything that I would have done differently. Yes, 100%. Stress management. I think that I would not be so hard on myself and take life a little bit more easier. And I think that if I had been less stressed, I wouldn't have transferred my negative energy onto my employees, and that would have probably concluded in a more efficient working environment and a more positive working environment. And I sometimes look back and regret that I know that I influenced people negatively because of the negative energy that I brought due to stress. And everyone knows running a business is the hardest thing you can do in your life. And it's not that I wanted to have that stress, but I just didn't know how to manage it. So if moving forward now, I make it such a high priority of mine to control my stress, to manage my stress, and to show up as my best self every day so that I can influence people around me positively.
What are some ways that you distress?
Okay, so I have a little routine. I have to journal, yoga, meditation. If I do those 3 things every morning, I will never be stressed again, because those 3 things have saved my life. So as long as I do those, I will be fine.
I think I'll try those too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes. Did you change do you feel like you changed your business strategy along the way, or has it always been the same thing that you have done from the start up until now?
Oh, I think with business, it's a constant evolution. There's no way you can be thinking one thing's going to work from the beginning to the end, because there's been so many changes with social media, consumer behavior, what people want. So yeah, no, I'm constantly changing, and constantly, even though I may have plans, I have to kind of shift those plans according to the needs of the consumer. So yeah.
Do you feel like social media helped you in any way to grow your business?
Absolutely. That was the biggest platform. Till now, I think that I have spent hardly any money in marketing, and social media was one of the instrumental tools that helped me to create the brand that I have today. So using Instagram, YouTube's been a great one. TikTok recently, posting frequently and just creatively has helped promote the brand. Absolutely.
That's beautiful. So slightly deviating, I saw your page that you sing. So should we be expecting like a track, EP, anything from Nunu the musician?
Where did you see that I sing?
I saw it. You were singing with your friend on your page.
Was I?
Yes, you were.
When was this? That must have been a long time ago. But yeah, I enjoy singing in the shower.
Right, like all of us.
Honestly, I thought I was going to be a singer growing up. I'm not going to lie. But it didn't work out. I'm just not the best singer. But I do enjoy singing. So who knows? Something that I like doing as a hobby, but not professionally.
Problems. So what next from Anu Obe?
So I am gonna be posting more about my business journey, the goods and the good and the bad and the ugly. And I feel that like me posting what I did as well got a lot of attention, and I think people want to see more of that. So I want to put my myself more in a business light, and so people can see what I do, because oftentimes when you're running a business you're too occupied doing 101 things that you don't share that journey with your audience. So I definitely want to do that. And then obviously I've got lots of things happening with the business, kind of like a rebrand, and then also we are going into another, like I'm expanding my business. I'm actually diversifying, but I can't really say too much too soon about where we're going.
No problem.
But there is more things happening for sure.
And we're looking forward to more from To All My Black Girls and Anu.
Thank you.
So lastly, I also saw that you share Nunu business tips. So can you share some tips for upcoming entrepreneurs?
That's such a good one. Okay, so upcoming tips for upcoming entrepreneurs. Well, I would just say that if you have an idea, go for it. Don't ponder, don't wait, don't think. Just do it. Get your ideas on paper, get a strategy in place, and do it. No one's going to be there to help you. I'd also say that you should try to I'm in the middle. I want to say that a lot of things that you need to do will happen as you go. So if you just start, later on you'll start to see, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. And then I'd say my biggest advice is, because once you start having things into place and start having things into motion and you start making money, my biggest advice is hire smartly. Don't hire your friend. Don't hire cheap labor. Like, it literally can ruin your business. So hire good quality people, vet them very, very well. And I'd also say that pay them according to what they do and set tangible goals for them to achieve, so that you're not just having these people but they're not doing anything. Because as a small business, it's so imperative that your staff are being utilized to their full potential. So make sure you have tangible goals that they can meet, and that you can like monitor on their progress. And I think once you've got that into place, you will have a thriving business.
I just wanted to ask one question from what you said. You said don't hire your friends. Why did you say that?
Don't ever hire your friends. Because I did it and it didn't work out.
It just didn't work for you.
Well, it could be just it didn't work for me, but I genuinely think that it's just not the right thing to do, only because that friend of mine we have a very good rapport, and that means that it's very difficult for you to tell them what to do. So it's just a weird dynamic. I've actually I helped one of my friends out with his business as well, had the exact same thing. And it was just weird, because I was just like, okay, you're not like used to your friend giving you that level of authority. And then sometimes they feel like they're doing you a favor. So it's like, you don't want that. And then also it's like, they just may not be competent in that particular work that you're asking them to do. Just because they're your friend, you want them to be in the business and you trust them, but it doesn't mean that they're good at that role. So there are just various reasons. I would just stay away from it. It's not worked out for me. I have a friend that I helped out, and I literally said to him, like, you cannot pay me. I'm not going to let you pay me, because if I let you pay me, the dynamics is going to change. So let me do you a favor, and let's see it as me doing you a favor, and then we can have a good friendship. You don't have high expectations of me. There's no dynamic. There's no weird feelings around us. So if you're going to have a friend helping you out, let them help you out for free, but don't pay them, and don't have them involved in your business as an employee, because it will never work out. You can't be a boss to someone that's your friend and has always been your equal.
Thank you very much, Anu. I really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.